Hi, I'm Paul. I'm paularcher.com. I just want to talk to you about sales cycles and closing the deal. You know the traditional sales cycle where you have your opening, your need, your presentation and your close. And people are taught to close at the end, aren't they? But I think that's actually nonsense in the modern world because modern customers don't want to be closed right at the end. You've got to close them all the time. It's the old adage, always be closing. So how do you do this? Let me give you an analogy here. I recently bought an Oyster card, which is something you use on the London Underground and buses. And the whole idea of the Oyster card is you put a load of money in it, and then when you pass through the barriers, you put your card in front of a little signal thing and it clicks it. And during your journey, you keep putting it into various signal barriers and various other aspects of the journey so it can tell you where you are and it keeps you in touch with your journey. Now that's what I call ticking your journey off. And in the sales process, we should do the same thing. We should have points in the sales process where we tick the client off, where we give them a tick of achieving that part of the sales process. So rather than having at the end of it all, close the sale, fill in the paperwork, you have a number of tick points, 6 or 7 maybe, which means the customer must achieve that tick point before you move on. So for example, it could be agreeing to see you at a meeting. That's tick point number 1. It could be agreeing to ask a load of really in-depth questions. That's point number 2. It could be agreeing to a second meeting. That's tick point number 3. It could be agreeing to a trial close. If we come up with the right solution for you, would you be interested in taking it forward? That could be tick number 4. It could be where you're bringing somebody else in, if it's a B2B sales process, where you're bringing in the accounts people or the finance people into a Skype meeting. That could be tick point number 5. See what I'm doing here? You're actually achieving the sale in different segments of the sales process rather than leaving it right to the end where you say, would you like to go ahead with the business? No, you're doing it in stages, and you reach that stage, then you move on. That way, if you think about it, you're never going to have to close at the end because you've actually just arrived at the closing point when you fill in the paperwork or complete the contract. It's an idea, isn't it? It makes you think about the sales process slightly differently. Hope you found that useful. My name is Paul, paularcher.com. Speak to you soon. Bye.